You are listening to the Fitz and Healthy podcast. I am your host, Dr. Lauren Fitzgerald, also known as Lauren Fitz. I'm a medical doctor, a fitness instructor, an entrepreneur, a health and fitness coach, but most importantly, I am a lover of life. And here on the Fitz and Healthy podcast, I intend to give you a ton of great information and knowledge that will serve as potential power so that you can live a life by design and make it more fits and healthy. And don't forget to listen to the disclaimer at the end. I'm not your doctor, yo. All right, enjoy the episode. Much love. Ciao. Oh, now we're live on Facebook. So, hey, what's up, Facebook Live? So we are live, FITz Friday Q&A for the first time. Cinthanie and I are together at last.
Since we've started podcasting.
Yes.
We have met in person before.
Yes.
But we record all of our podcasts remotely from Dallas and LA. So, or wherever you are.
Orange County, LA, same difference. Same thing. Ain't nothing but chicken wing. So you guys, we're here in New Orleans. We are, if you notice the really fancy music and fancy background, we are at the Ritz-Carlton. Thank you very much. No, we're not staying here. We're too cheap for that. No, but our special guest who will be joining us in about 20, 30 minutes or so, happens to be staying at this really fancy hotel. And so that's why we are here with the lovely background and background music. So we, of course, the internet connection is not as awesome as it usually is when we are in our home doing the FITz Friday Q&A live. So Cinthanie, she's got two phones. And we'll go on from there.
One for YouTube and one for Effie. I came out way worse.
we are ridiculous. It's quite ridiculous. So we're going to be, she usually has two computer screens in front of her. So she is like looking at the questions as they come. Robert is in our ears, so he's going to also be looking for questions. So if you guys, you're going to have to mute that.
I got you.
I got you,
girl. I got it.
So a lot of you guys might be wondering why we're in New Orleans. And if you don't follow us online, you have no idea the reason that has brought us here. So this is basically every year, every single person that is a health and fitness coach with the company called Beachbody gets together for a thing called Summit. Last year it was in Nashville, and I will have you guys remember one of the funniest live videos I've ever done where I almost peed my pants, the famous cucumber video with Kelsey.
Oh, yeah.
That was exactly a year ago.
Good one.
Yeah. Did you watch that?
Yes, I did.
Y'all, it was the funniest thing ever. So literally we're walking into, it wasn't the Superdome, but what's the big stadium? Bridgestone Arena. Yes. Arena. And they're like, we're going through metal detectors and they're like, check everyone's bag. And I have coffee. Kelsey has coffee, and we have food in our bags, a cucumber. We have an avocado and an avocado knife. And so I just walk in like I own the place, but Kelsey's like, she doesn't do things like that very well. And so she walks in awkwardly. So they stop her, and she had the avocado knife, the avocado, but they caught her for the cucumber. And literally, like, she pulls it out and she's like, "You want this?" She put it on the trash can and she's like, "You can have my cucumber." I literally was crying from laughter. And so literally, if I had $1 for every time someone said, "I can't look at a cucumber without laughing," I'm thinking of you and Kelsey. Yeah. That was a year ago.
Yeah.
So now we're in New Orleans, new stories, new adventures. And of course, this fool and I, goodness. So we actually had our first photo shoot for the Fitz and Healthy podcast, which is kind of exciting. Our girl, Lori. What?
She's off screen, but she's here and she rocks.
Yes. She took some really cool photos this morning, and we've just kind of been working, having fun, eating. Y'all, not gonna lie, we had beignets this morning, and they were so good.
So good.
New Orleans is one of those things where it's known for the food, and you can't just come here and not partake.
Food, yeah.
Right. And you will hear me. I've never claimed to be perfect. I try and be on point 90% of the time, but that 10%, right here in NOLA.
Yeah.
So do we have any questions yet that we want to address?
So I don't see any so far.
Robert says there's a couple in our ears.
Hold on. If you can read me the questions, Robert, from YouTube, I can get the ones on Facebook.
And let them hear your lovely voice, Robert.
While you do that,
yeah,
we have a question on Facebook. Okay. Courtney wants to know, she said, what are tips for me on how to get my abs back to be healthy again?
You want to answer that question?
Well, my first question is, are you thinking that you are healthy because you have abs, or do you want to be healthy to get abs? Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But your nutrition is the number one thing that you need to work on outside of mindset. But if you are wanting to,
mindset won't get you abs.
Well, yeah,
but mindset will lead you to get the abs.
You have to have a mindset to be committed enough to work towards the abs. But your nutrition is everything when it comes to especially your tummy.
Absolutely. It's so cliche, but abs are made in the kitchen is so true. And I mean, just after this week of
these abs are not here because of the kitchen
we're not going to lift our shirts and show you our abs at the moment right now. But yeah, no, Courtney, for sure. You can't out exercise a bad diet for sure. And if people put as much concentration and emphasis on their diet and nutrition as they do exercise when they're like, okay, I'm going to get healthy, because everyone focuses on exercise. And you guys, I love to exercise. I freaking have my own dance fitness format. Come on. I love it, but it's not the most important thing. If you were forced at gunpoint to choose, you can only choose nutrition or exercise, I would tell you nutrition every time. Yeah. It's a game changer, guys. You guys, I didn't tell you about this. So my girl Leah and I, we were in an Uber. And so this chick, we always, especially because Beachbody's in town. So every Uber driver, we have had the conversation about Beachbody and health and nutrition and whatnot.
Yeah.
And so this woman tells us that she has a seizure disorder. Of course, I'm kind of worried that she's going to
have a seizure while she's driving.
Well, yeah. But anyway, I know a lot of tips that can help people with seizure disorders that have everything to do with nutrition. So I started to ask her what her diet is like. And she's like, oh, I've actually gotten better. I don't eat fast food anymore. I actually only eat Burger King. And because it's grilled, it's healthy. You guys. And this emphasizes the point to me so much that there's so many people that have no idea, because she really in her brain thought that she was eating healthy. And because in her mind, she's born and raised in New Orleans, and she's like, I don't eat fried foods anymore, which is good.
Yeah.
That's better. But if you think that Burger King is healthy, please call me, talk to me, let me help you.
Listen to us more.
Yeah, because that's not right. No. So yeah,
I popped the chat on YouTube.
Oh, yes. Excellent. Okay.
So Amy says, would you be able to travel to Victorville World's Gym for a workout event?
I'm assuming you're talking to me for Club Fitz. You can email me at info@clubfitzfitness.com and talk to me. My schedule's actually pretty crammed for masterclasses this year because I've got so much going on. I'm always open to different locations for masterclasses, but and I love traveling and meeting the people that are fans online. But definitely send me an email and we'll figure out if maybe we can make that happen. All right. Okay. What else do we? Claire's question on YouTube.
So she says, hi, very pretty ladies. Hi. You're so
Claire.
nice. I love how we both perk up. Aww.
We're stupid.
Anyways, Claire says, saw on your website you are offering coaching opportunities. What is that? Is that similar to the Dr. Sears wellness coaching? I'm a Pilates instructor and I love you.
Oh, girl. Okay. So this is what we were talking about just yesterday. So there are a lot of people that follow me because of dance fitness, right? And it's funny because there is a group, if you will, of small-minded people that are not open-minded to the whole coaching opportunity. And especially you dance fitness instructors, listen to me right now. You can do the coaching and group fitness thing. And in fact, most of my team of coaches are people that teach dance fitness or some kind of group fitness and do coaching. And coaching helps pay the bills, because we all know that teaching the classes will not pay the bills. I know some dance fitness instructors that teach like 20 classes a week. It's ridiculous. You are barely paying the bills doing that.
Yeah.
And your body's not going to handle it. So this whole coaching thing, she and I are both coaches. What this
That's why we're here.
Yeah,
that's why we're here in New Orleans. We're here for a coaching event.
That is the sole reason why we're here. So what a coach is. Now, one, you don't have to have any special training. You don't have to have a medical degree. You don't have to have a nutrition degree. What you have to have is a desire to help people and a desire to be your own boss. And that's where you group fitness instructors don't realize that you have so much to offer people that is worth so much more than your $20 per class or, $3 per head, whatever you charge. Because I know how little most of you are making. I personally taught for free for the first year I was in Misawa, Japan. We don't do it for the money because there isn't much money to be made in teaching group fitness. Coaching is a perfect opportunity for people that love health and fitness, that already are. Now, you don't have to be in group fitness to be a coach, but it's a perfect opportunity for you to do what you're doing and you love and building your own business so that you can keep doing this, not for the money, because money is coming in this way. And so she and I are both what it's called Beachbody coaches. And so what we do essentially, Beachbody creates all of the programs and the products. And we are the people that help. Let's say you are like, okay, I want to take my fitness to the next level. I teach Pilates, but I know that I could be even better, right? So we figure out there's like 670 videos, he said, on Beachbody On Demand.
Something like that, yeah.
But
over $4,000 worth of private workouts, basically.
There's amazing workouts. So we would figure out what workout is best for you. We get you in a private challenge group and hold you accountable to starting and finishing that program, hold you accountable to the nutrition plan and drinking Shakeology every day. It's money back guaranteed. You get crazy results. And then a lot of people that start as challengers in our challenge groups become coaches. So you don't have to have any special certification, nothing. You just have to have a desire to want to help people. And it's the best job in the world because you're becoming a best version of yourself while helping other people do the same thing.
And if there's one thing that I can point out about being a Group X instructor, it's that you're only limited to help the people that are in your class.
Absolutely.
And only for that hour that you have them. You can't help them with their nutrition outside of it. You can't help them with their workouts outside of it. But as a coach, you take that passion and the effort that you're putting into those people in just that 1 hour, and it's an exponential reach outside of it because all you need is to be able to connect with people who have Wi-Fi.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, and we have our special guest.
Speaking of coaching and Beachbody, somebody just walked
He kind of just strolled in. He's like, all cool. Like, don't mind me. Okay. So you guys, we couldn't have planned this more perfectly. So on Monday,
we planned that.
We totally, yeah. So the episode of the Fitz and Healthy podcast that dropped on Monday was the interview that I did with Chris Downing in Santa Monica, California. You guys, his big program launched yesterday called the Shift Shop. I'm telling you that this program is going to break every single Beachbody record. I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it into the universe. He's the creator, and he just finished doing a photo op. Y'all, he's been up. Well, I know that he showed me his schedule, so he's been up since 3 o'clock? I was going to say. So come on over here. So want to introduce you guys again to our friend Chris Downing.
So we have a pair of headphones, brand new headphones.
Yeah, brand new, no ear funk in them whatsoever.
No duck.
No duck. So, how you doing?
Can I spread these?
So we're gonna have to
My face
snuggle
is
a little bit.
wider than I can't even remember on my
Wait,
face.
no, just pull it. There you go.
That's not me.
Yeah.
Cool.
Spread it.
All right.
Yeah.
Spread it.
No, none. Okay, can you hear him?
Hey D. He had my earbuds. Okay. Are we good?
Yeah.
Okay, we're good. I'm
Good?
ready.
You can.
I'm ready to roll. What's going on, boss? Oh, that easy?
Yeah.
Oh,
we
man.
We already had set up and everything, and you got here fast.
Yeah, man.
you did.
We
Awesome.
kind of give you a good excuse to get out of there fast, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I can't upset my wife.
I heard, Robert just asked her to lean in. She's like, okay, okay.
By the way, we haven't met yet.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Cinthanie. It's nice to meet you.
Okay, so how are you feeling?
I'm tired.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think I'm on
Adrenaline.
adrenaline. I know I look like a raccoon though. That hour and a half sleep.
You know.
So yeah, I'm good though.
You look good.
I'm all right.
You cut up and all like ready. So yesterday was launch.
Yeah.
Was it everything that you envisioned it to be?
Well, yesterday was, first of all, let me clear
Okay.
it up.
Okay.
So I got a little emotional. But
Just
what happened was this was a truth. So I was fine. I was backstage talking to everybody. I was laughing, joking. And then there's like this holding area for all of us. And so I'm in a holding area and it's dark. And anytime I, come out for a workout or, do something that involves masses of people, I always close my eyes and just bring my energy up because I want to make sure I'm conveying the right message to everybody. And I make sure that myself is out of the way so that I can allow my gift to surface. And so I closed my eyes, man, and they was playing the video. And there was some things that I was saying in the, see, I'm getting choked up now. No, there was some things I was saying that I said in the video that they aired. And it was, I felt this drop hit my nose, and I knew I was my uncle. And it just, I'm back there like, he said, we got 2 minutes. I'm here wipe tears off. Like, no, not right now, not right now. He said 30 seconds. I'm like, man, no, I can't go out there like this. Hold on. And they called my name, and I just couldn't stop. It was like everything I've been through for the last 2 years just represented like that moment was the end of everything, the beginning of something new. So
yeah, that's so awesome.
Yeah, man, I cried like a baby.
Well, good. That means you're serving your purpose, though.
No, and I think that's one of the reasons why your program and you specifically as a super trainer are going to change the world, because the authentic heart that you have to really want to reach people and reach that inner greatness that we know that everyone has, but most people don't believe. Yeah,
it's bigger than me though. I just feel that maybe I can set the example, but it needs to be more than just me to impact the world, like you and everyone on the other side of the lens. So just a matter of everybody, connecting with their purpose and really like living with passion. I think if we all do that, we'll be good to go.
So you have someone that's on the other end of the camera, and they're like, I want to connect with the passion, but I don't know how to do that. Help me, Chris. Where would you tell them to start?
With their purpose. What do you love? And people say, I don't have a purpose. And I disagree with that. You're not an accident. You were here for a reason. So I feel like your purpose is what do you love to do that you would do for free? That you would do. It has to be something that's serving other people. I mean, you're passionate about it, and your purpose is connected to that. And so I would say start there, because if you're not, walking in your purpose, then you're living life recklessly. You're just out in the wilderness, and you're allowing life to slap you around. So then you're frustrated. You have depression, anxiety. You've taken on situations that you weren't, created and designed to take on. So once you, are fixated on your purpose, then you're making decisions moving forward based off that purpose. So you surround yourself around love, joy, peace, patience, because that's all a part of your purpose. Yeah. So unless, you're living in the wilderness, that's where all the problems are.
What do you think is holding people back most from finding their purpose?
Several things. I think, first of all, let's just start with, lack of self-belief. And then when you have lack of self-belief, you feel that way, you put that into the universe. So then you attract people in your life that's going to keep you in that position, you because they're going to tell you what you're not, and you're going to believe it. They're going to allow that thing to grow. Like everything's a seed. And, every word, every thought, every action is watering that seed. And now all of a sudden you got this little seed and grew into with a strong root and branches, and it's owning you. It's like I always say, when people look in the mirror and they're overweight, that's not you. That's depression, anxiety, stress, worry, fear. That's all those components on you that grew on you. The real you is inside. The real you is super fit, happy, wealthy, successful, creative. That's the real you. That's when you look in the mirror and you like the reflection you see. When you don't like what you see, then that's because all those other components are reigning and dominating you.
So what about the person who literally every single thought throughout the day while they're awake and conscious, they don't even realize that every single thought is a thought that's negative, that's holding them back? What's the first step? Like, where do you go?
The first step, you know, even to say a person like, well, how do I find my purpose? Write a letter to yourself.
That's
it. Write a letter to yourself. Write goals now. And then once you write those goals down, your purpose is going to manifest on the paper. What are your dreams? What do you want to do? And so that's going to open your eyes in itself. And so when you don't do those things, like I lived that way. I lived recklessly. I lived not on my purpose, and it sucked, man. I was dealing with problems I shouldn't have been dealing with. But you know, I was obviously smart enough to, after taking enough hooks, jabs, and uppercuts, I was smart enough to say, all right, dude, come on, we got to change. Because listen, think about how many people who are just stuck because they never made the shift. They never shifted to their purpose. And so, and then they end up hating everybody else and hating life and depressed and just think life's horrible because they never made this shift. They never turned, because we have freedom of choice. So I would just say, man, write the letter, start there, write a letter to yourself, tell yourself how much you love yourself and what you want to be.
What has been your biggest surprise in this whole endeavor?
I think my biggest surprise is probably, I would say, I'm shocked to see how many people are hurting. That's my biggest surprise, because, you know, the physical, I was telling someone at the photo op, you know, just now, like when we get in really great shape and we have, you know, deep-rooted things we're struggling with, we're just masking it, man. And you're looking at, oh, I got abs, so now I'm at an ego, or I'm leaner, or I feel good. And you're masking the real problem. The real problem is internal. So I just seeing the amount of brokenness and then seeing the way it's been masked was shocked me the most, because it just tells me this is a big problem. So I told a trainer today, he said, dude, what advice would you give me, you know, training my clients, start from the inside out? Who cares about abs, man?
No, it's true.
Yeah, start with the inside out.
It's true. And you know, that, I mean, you're what we in the Beachbody world call a super trainer, but you're essentially a coach just like the rest of us.
Oh, absolutely. I'm no different than you guys. I just create the workouts.
Right. Yeah.
I'm still a coach.
No, but as a coach, you are blessed with this gift of people trusting you with their vulnerabilities and their insecurities. And now that you're put into this position of super trainer, I can only imagine how people have opened up to you with their stories. And
it's a great responsibility too.
It is.
Because you have to be mindful of that. The manipulation is powerful. It's very powerful. And you know, you got to be careful with that gift, man.
Well, and also, like you said, whether it be celebrity status, whether it be abs, whether it be whatever, ego can get in the way, and
it'll take you down the wrong path. And I realized that what this gift that I have was doing, and the impact it's making, you realize that if I had an ego, or if I was arrogant, or you know, I did something inappropriate, how many people I would hurt. You can't undo that.
No, you can't.
Not on this platform.
but you see it. I mean,
oh yeah, I see it every day.
We've had this discussion on many different platforms. It happens to a lot of people, and it's cool because my younger brother, he's never listened to podcasts before, and so he just finished driving from Florida to Texas and binge listened, and he was on the episode listening to your interview, and first of all, he was like, "Wow, holy crap!" Like that. I mean, your story impacted my brother in a big way. And I can only imagine, I don't know if you've had people come up to you to talk to you about the episode yet. I know that I've had a lot of people talk to me about the episode.
I got a couple messages. Freaking out in the comments right now, by the way.
Yeah.
We didn't tell them who we were going to bring, and they're all really excited.
we kept it surprised. I'm sure there was a few people that guessed.
I think so, probably,
But yeah, no, it's even my mom.
Oh man,
Mama Fitz.
Mama Fitz.
Mama Fitz is the best.
Yeah, she watched the live Q&A when we were there, and I mean, she was already impressed. But after hearing your story, after watching the FITz Friday Q&A, I mean, she broke down to tears. She's like, I can't believe that he went through everything he did, and he's the person that he is. And I mean, it's people like you and your story that give so many people that have faced struggles that a human should never face hope that, you know what, that's doesn't have to define me. It's going to strengthen me so that I can empower other people.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let me ask you this. Has there been any disappointments that you've come across since this whole Beachbody Super Trainer roller coaster ride?
No, I wouldn't say disappointments, just because, again, sometimes we pay for what we don't know.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say any disappointments. My job is just to do my part in trying to, just show people things with a different perspective.
Yeah.
Without, violating my boundaries or disrespecting anyone else's talent and craft.
Right.
So
right.
just doing my part, maybe get people to see life through different lenses and then just kind of just keep doing what you're doing, but maybe just give a little more, love a little more, encourage a little more,
right.
Realize that this is a global thing.
Yeah.
It's bigger than one person.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we have apparently a ton of questions.
Everybody's just like, oh my gosh.
Okay, so what questions do we want to start with? Linda Flores on YouTube.
So she says, I would love for my cheer team to take one of your classes in Los Angeles, Lauren. Any suggestions?
Oh,
yeah.
Well, y'all can always come down to Orange County and Linda's first question. Okay. But as far as LA goes, when are you moving to LA, by the way?
Well,
what had happened was
I don't know.
I shouldn't have put you on the spot like that.
Beachbody headquarters are in California.
Yeah.
So Kate goes there often, right?
Yeah.
Often?
Yeah, I'm there often.
Might as well just have two houses.
I mean,
one Ohio and one in LA, right?
I love LA, man.
I know.
Really do.
It's
Ohio is cheaper though.
It's a lot cheaper. It's a lot cheaper.
I could build a castle in Ohio, but I could live in a closet for the same price in California.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not even gonna go there. I've been there for 8 months. I'm like, holy. Yeah. Okay. So
Linda she said, I'm a mom of 2 and want to tone up my arms and abs. You say nutrition, but what about the workout part?
Always, for me to tone up has always been easy with the nutrition. What I would do is I would always like eat in a format to lose weight, but I would lift heavy so that the muscle meets the skin. And I have never had a problem with that. So, continue to eat clean and whatever I don't believe in diets. I just believe in lifestyle, whatever your lifestyle is. And, just lift heavier for a period of time until you get the amount of size you want, muscle mass you want, and then kind of maintenance it from there.
But there are some females that are like, but I don't want to look like a weightlifter.
Then don't ask. Don't ask, man.
No, but it's true, guys. That's a common misperception or misconception that people have, especially females, is that if I lose or lift weights, I'm going to look like those bodybuilding women, and all of those women take illegal substances.
Yeah,
to
you
look
can't
that way,
do that in like 2 months. Like that's not even possible.
No.
Like there was a girl that I grew up with. She was gorgeous when we were kids, and
you want to give her a
shout
out?
Picture of her, no. I saw a picture of her recently, and I was like, "What did you do?" Because I'm like, "You were gorgeous when we were kids," and for whatever reason, I'm like, to each his own. I'm like, "What did you?" I mean, she is like
hopped up.
She's there.
She's there.
I'm like I wouldn't even bump her shoulder. If I bumped her shoulder, I'm sorry, dude. Like I would be like, that was wrong. I'm sorry. I should have said that.
I'm glad you didn't say it.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
That's the worst thing you've ever said.
Yeah. That's so bad. Whoops. Sorry. I told you I was human.
That's why you wanted her to remain anonymous.
Yeah.
No, but I think that's one of the reasons why. So a lot of you guys know that I was in the test group. So I was one of about 300 people that he personally coached us in the challenge group, and I loved the fact because one reason I think we all loved you was that you're just real, and not once do you ever pretend to be perfect, whether it's in the group or on the video. Like there's so many times where just wait, when y'all actually start doing Chef Shop, he'll say something in the video and be like, he did not just make that joke. Like but you get to see his personality, and like he doesn't, when you watch exercise videos, oftentimes you're like, oh well, that's their
scripted.
Their stage face. No, there's no like you get to see who he is, and it's just he's a great motivator, but he takes it beyond just pushing you. I mean, it's more than just a physical push. It's a mental push. It's a total shift, and like we've always said, you have to start shifting up here before everything else can start shifting. Yeah. Okay, what other questions we got?
Okay, so
because he's got a schedule. I know that
we can rock it out.
He's tired.
Okay.
He wants to go to sleep.
I know, right? You got no time to sleep.
She asked when you were disappointed. I'm like, probably because you don't get enough sleep.
Right.
Okay, so Courtney says, I want to lean away from fast food and stop having cravings. Any tips?
Yeah, that's easy. Start loving yourself.
We all.
Think about it. If you have kids, what's your name, Courtney?
Courtney, yeah.
So if you have kids, would you give your kid, something that's going to hurt them? Absolutely not. If your kid grab some Mountain Dew, and then, would you let your baby drink Mountain Dew? You wouldn't, because you know what it's going to do to them. So you love your kid enough to protect your kid, but you don't love yourself enough to protect yourself. Start there, man. It's easy. Just love yourself. You're not going to hurt yourself. You're not going to do anything to hurt yourself.
Well, or the opposite. It's when it kills me when I see moms that will start eating healthy, but then they're like, oh, but this is for my kids, and they feed their kids crap.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
If you should be eating that way, your whole family should be eating that way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Sherry wants to know, she said, do you ever come across clients with autoimmune diseases where it affects their strength and energy?
Mm-hmm.
What do you suggest would help with that?
Yeah, I've trained people with cancer. I've trained people with severe depression. There was a woman who's lost her son to cancer. And so as far as that, always tell them to celebrate every moment of it. So say, for example, they struggle with, having energy. So say they work out 15 minutes today, but they're just tapped out, right? But really the session is an hour. But the next workout, first of all, I try to encourage them to visualize themselves cancer-free or completely whole. So watch. So it's like a couple parts, a 2-part thing here. I get them to visualize themselves being completely healthy. And then with that, when they visualize, I ask them to connect with it emotionally. Like, what does it look like? Close your eyes, smile, see yourself doing the things you want to do. And then in the physical, complement that vision with the proper nutrients you put in your body, right? So you on one side, you're working on that part, building your faith and working under the surface, right? You're watering that purpose, that hope, that desire. And in the meantime, start celebrating the physical part of it by, say your workout's 15 minutes today and it was really hard, right? You barely got through it. That's all you had. And then the next workout was 17 minutes and you tapped out. Celebrate those 2 minutes. That's 2 additional minutes that's leading you towards an hour. Don't beat yourself up for what you didn't do. You did what your body allowed you to do at this moment. Because once you get that mental part to the left and the physical to the right, to complement each other, then before you know it, you'll be working out a whole hour and you set yourself completely free. So you ain't getting out of anything with me. I gotta
That's why you're a trainer,
you gotta physically just say, I don't want to do this. I'm gonna
let him say that.
No,
either.
man. No.
Wow.
Brenda has a compliment for you. She said that she started the program last night and it totally kicked her tail.
Okay. There's some more tail kicking coming.
Yeah, you have no idea. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Keep you just go in each workout. You know what? Here's a great word of advice for the shift shop. Go into each workout knowing there's something for you there. Like no matter how you feel, there is something positive for you, and it's not physical. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
And also, there's gonna be some of you that try it and you're like, oh, this is my jam. And then there's gonna be others of you that are like, I don't know. I challenge you to start and finish it, because there is gonna be more than just a body change. And just push yourself beyond that comfort zone, because he is going to get you out of these places that you need to be gotten out of, if that makes sense. And I challenge you to, even though, because there are going to be so many moments that you're cussing him, because I know I did. I'm not gonna lie. There were a few times I'm like, I hate you. But not one workout did I feel regret after I finished it. And it will change you. It's a game changer. So any other questions before we wrap up? Because we got hey, he needs to go in 5 minutes.
Nope. Everybody's just really, really excited about the shift shop.
Excellent.
Wow.
So you guys, if you want to join us, so my private challenge group starts actually on Monday, and we are all doing Shift Shop together. So if you want in, when is your start?
I haven't scheduled one yet.
Okay. All right. So if you want in, message me stat, because there's still spaces available. It's a game changer, and it's #game changer. That's all I got to say. Do you have anything that you want to say before we go?
Yeah, I'm a part of the challenge groups. So I'm going to be filming some videos here the next couple of days, so all the coaches can insert them in their groups. And yeah, just dream, man. Please just write your goals down. What do you want? What do you want? It's that simple. And just love yourself enough to be patient to go through the process. And if you slip and fall, go to your coach. Let your coach you through it. Come to me. I might not get back to you right away, but I will get back to you. I promise. I will. I'm coming. Just I will respond. I promise.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
yeah.
I know, I mean, an hour and a half sleep.
Yeah.
You could have easily gone back to the hotel room to get some sleep in between now but I appreciate you taking the time to do this podcast with us. And you are truly just an amazing individual, amazing super trainer, amazing human. And
it's a lot of amazing.
I know. And I'm excited to see what Shift Shop is going to do and how it's going to change the world, because I fully believe it's going to change the world.
Thank you. We are going to change the world.
Amen. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being a part of this FITz Friday Q&A. It's monumental. Oh, and did you know that we passed 60,000 downloads?
In 8 weeks. We launched 8 weeks ago, and we're at 60,000.3K.
So today's just a good day all around. We thank you guys so much. Your support, love, kind words, comments. We can't thank you enough. If you like the Fitz and Healthy podcast, do me a favor, go subscribe on iTunes or all of the other
Podbean or Stitcher if you're an Android user.
Yeah, all of you non-Apple people.
Or just get an iPhone. Just putting that out there.
Oh, PC user. Yeah.
Just Robert. Robert's the only PC user.
But make sure that you subscribe. And if you can take a few minutes to leave us a review, we would greatly appreciate it, because that is how the word gets out. And we love reading every single review and meeting all the people that are listening just here. It's so amazing. And you know that there is someone in your life that will benefit from hearing the words that we give you on the Fitz and Healthy podcast. So thank you again for spending your Friday with us. We hope you have a Fitz and Healthy Friday. See y'all later, guys.
Make sure that you find us on social media. You can find Cinthanie on Instagram and Facebook at Cinthanie. So that's CINTHANIE, and on Snapchat at Cinthanie P. And find me on social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, all at Club Fitz Fitness. Remember, that's FITZ Fitness. And on Snapchat, just at Club Fitz. I appreciate your time listening so much. If you enjoyed this episode of the Fitz and Healthy podcast, can you please go do me a favor and go subscribe at whatever platform that it is that you listen to podcasts. Leave a review. We read every single review, and we appreciate the time that you take to leave your thoughts and opinions. Now, also remember, while I am a medical doctor, the information I provide here is not intended to provide medical advice or a professional diagnosis, opinion, treatment, or services to you or to any other individual. I am providing general information for educational and informational purposes only, and it is not a substitute for medical or professional care. You should not use this information in place of a visit, call, consultation, or the advice of your physician or other healthcare provider. The information I share is not intended to treat, cure, or diagnose any disease or medical condition. If you believe you have a medical emergency, just call 911 immediately or your physician. Now, enough of that medical legal jargon. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. I appreciate your time. Now, go live a Fitz and Healthy life.